Today's story is about don't make enemies. Once upon a time, there was a mama bird named Abby. Now, the mama bird had some baby birds, but this mama bird was special. They could only lay babies on the floor, like on the ground. They didn't lay a nest high and put the nest on the ground. And so, one day, Abby was watching her eggs, her babies, and she was happy. But then she heard the ground shake. Doom, doom, doom. And Abby's like, what is that sound? And then she looked over there and she saw a whole bunch of elephants walking this way. Doom, doom, doom. And Abby started thinking, oh no, if they come this way, they might step on my nest and kill my babies. So Abby says, you know what? I'm going to ask them very nicely to try to avoid my nest. So Abby flew to a tree right next to the leader of the elephants and said, dear leader elephant, I humbly, as Mother Abby, request you, please do not kill my babies. They are on the ground on your path. Will you please avoid my babies? The leader, King Elephant, was very kind, and he says, yes, I understand. However, I cannot control all the elephants. So this is what I will do. The leader elephant was the biggest and the strongest. So he walked right to Abby's nest and he stood above it, all four legs above the nest. And so all the other elephants walked and bumped him, but he was very strong, so he stood there so that nobody would step on the nest. He sacrificed his own body to protect Abby and her babies, right? But after all the elephants passed, Abby went to him and said, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. You saved my life. You saved the life of my babies. I'm so thankful. Thank you. But then the elephant said to Abby, Abby, there is one more thing you need to worry about. In our group, we have 1,000 elephants. But one of the elephants, named Gawin, was not with the group. He doesn't listen to the group and he doesn't follow what the group says. So I cannot control him. Maybe you should go ask him yourself if he will spare your babies. So Abby flew to the bad elephant and said, Mr. Elephant, I beg you, I am so small and tiny. My babies are still young. You are a big, strong, handsome, powerful elephant. Please spare my babies. Of course, the bad elephant said, who are you? You're so little and pathetic and weak. I don't care about what you say. Why do I need to listen to you? You can't hurt me. You can't ask me for anything. In fact, because you dare to ask me for help, I'm gonna go step on your babies for fun. And then insert an evil laugh. So he walked over to the eggs. And Abby's like, no, please, no, those are my babies. Don't do this. And he says, looked at Abby and he stepped on all the eggs and killed all the little birds. Abby was heartbroken. She was so sad. You killed my babies. You killed them. I asked you nicely. I asked you for compassion. And you turned around and did evil. Which precept did that evil elephant break? Panatipata. He killed. So Abby decided to get revenge. Abby went to her friends, the little flies, named Jenica and Casey. And Abby went and got some sweet nectar from the trees and put it down on the floor in front of Jenica and Casey and said, please eat this. Of course, Jenica loves it. Casey, me too, me too. And they said, okay, we ate your food. Why did you give us food? Do you need help? Abby's like, soon I will come ask you for help. I need you to help me. Jenica and Abby said, okay, I'll help you. Then Abby said she needed more help. So she went to her friends เดี๋ยวก่อนต่อจากแมลงวันต่อเลยนะกบเนาะ She went to her friends, the froggies, named Soraya and Emily, and she gave them some food. After they ate the food, ไม่ใช่ต้องมีนกก่อนสิฮะใช่ sorry, I made a mistake. She went to her friends, the crows, named Emily and Soraya, and gave them some worms. And they ate the worms, and they were like, oh, thank you for the food, Abby. Why did you bring us food? Do you need some help? Abby says, soon I will ask you for help. Please help me. Then Abby, on her final plan, went to her good friend, Mrs. Froggy, named Wanda. And Abby said to Wanda, Wanda, here's some food. And Wanda says, okay, what do you need help with? And Abby says, soon I will ask you for help. Will you help me? And Froggy Wanda said, yes, I will. So then, when the bad elephant was walking nearby, Abby told Jenica and Casey, the flies, Tyler, okay, excuse me, told Soraya and Emily as the crows to fly there and pick the eyes of the elephant and make him blind. So Soraya and Emily went there and poked his eyes until the elephant cannot see anymore. Then Casey called Jenica and Casey to go lay eggs, fly eggs, in the eyes to make it itchy. So now the elephant has itchy eyes. And finally, she told Wanda to sit near the cliff edge and croak like a frog. What sound does a frog make?
Ribbit.
Ribbit? So he was saying ribbit, ribbit, right? Croaking. The elephant heard the sound of a frog. So what did he think? There's water nearby. So he started running blind towards Wanda. Where was Wanda? Next to the cliff. And so in the end, the elephant ran and then fell off the cliff and then died. There was a Dewa who was watching the whole, Dewa was like an angel, watching the whole situation. And he said, see, in the end, because of the elephant's evil, even a little tiny bird like Abby, small little flies like Jenica and Casey, birds like Emily and Soraya, and a tiny frog joined forces and was able to kill a big elephant. This is what happens when you have enemies. When you hurt other people, when you make other people cry and make other people sad, that's how you create enemies. Isn't that scary? That even small animals can kill a big animal? Should we take that risk? Should we hurt other people? Should we make other people feel bad? And one day they want to get revenge on us? Is it worth it? Do you like to live in fear? Do you want to have enemies? Then you know what we have to do? We have to be good to people. We have to be nice to people. We have to be careful for our, what? Our speech. We have to be careful for our what? Our actions. And we have to be careful for our thoughts. Try to smile at each other. Everyone look at each other and give each other a smile. Yeah, that's a good smile. Casey, you're not smiling. Okay. You know, smile to each other, say thank you, say please, be appreciative to each other, be kind to each other. That's how you prevent enemies. Remember, don't create enemies. Satu? Okay, let's receive the blessing.